How have thoughts helped? What have you noticed about thoughts this year? What are they like for you? How do you see
Hell.
them?
Like hell,
Meaning what?
meaning that if I let my thoughts take over, I just get ran over by them, and I'm like trampled by all these thoughts, and it literally feels like hell. Like just, it feels like hell. Like it feels like it's just, I don't even know how to explain. It's just a horrible feeling. Or a feeling that I know it's not me, but it feels like me. It's just really bad.
When you have good thoughts, are they bad too?
Well, I try not to have any more good or bad thoughts, because then if I have good thoughts, then I'm going to start thinking like, well, what if this happens? And then it becomes a bad thought. So I literally just sit in it and just kind of like, whether it's good or bad, is like, all right, I got to let it go. Because I can, even if it's a good thoughts are like, oh, okay, it just makes me feel good. But the ones that really get me are the bad thoughts. And I can sit in those for like hours on end sometimes. And it's just horrible. And then I can see it, and then I feel like I'm dying. So it's just bad.
Are you able to overcome good thoughts?
Yeah,
How?
by letting go also. I can just let that go. But the ones that I really hold on to are the bad ones,
Right.
which I don't want to. And those take longer to let go.
What made you hold on to the bad one longer than the good ones?
Maybe I think I think the thought of holding on to the bad ones, I want to have that control that I don't want to let go, and I don't even know what I'm trying to control, but it's just, I don't know. I don't, maybe I like the hell that I'm in at that moment, and then I have to like get out. Like just last night, I was in my thoughts at like 4 a.m, and I'm like, what am I doing? Like, what am I doing? I'm like sitting there on the edge of my bed trying to do the silent prayer. Like, I did it like 3 times. It was like 7 a.m. and I'm like, I need to sleep at least an hour before I can like get up and do what I have to do. So I don't know why I hold on to those bad thoughts. Like, and they're not good thoughts, obviously. I don't know.
But you tend to hold on to the bad one longer than the good ones.
Yeah.
Amazing.
And last night I had to literally just, I stopped doing the silent prayer because I got annoyed of you and your voice. And I was just like, all right, I'm done with him. And so I just had
What
to
a mess.
sit there. Yeah, it was a mess. So I had to sit there, and I heard, what's his name? The white boy.
Hake.
No, not Hake.
The
Sean.
Oh, Sean.
Sean, he was talking about this breathing technique that he did. So I started doing that, and I fell asleep.
Oh,
So,
nice.
yeah, so it was, it's, yeah. I had to let it
I'm
go.
going to have Sean talk about that more next year.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, I like that. So I did that. I
Do
was
you
watching
snore?
What?
You snore at night?
I don't know. I don't think so.
Do you sleep with your mouth open or closed?
Close, for sure.
Oh, you
close.
do? Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
But the breathing thing helped out?
Yeah, it did.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah.
That's interesting that you hold on to
I know.
the bad one longer than the good ones.
It is. Well, you know what? It depends, because not always. It just depends in, like, I don't know, the situation or my mood at
Yeah,
that
I was thinking
moment.
about that. I remember seeing
Yeah.
you recently in a situation,
Yeah.
and you were so deep in your thoughts
Yeah.
about it. You're like,
Exactly. Yeah, I was,
I
yeah.
was like, I can't wait to get this in a meeting.
Yeah, and then I can
and
get.
I knew you were loving it.
Right, exactly. That's exactly my point. Like, I don't know why I love it so much that I hold on to those bad thoughts, but I hate it. Like, I cannot stand being there.
But that's why you're there, because you hate it. You have an
Yeah,
opinion
that's
of
true.
it.
That's true.
If
Yeah.
you didn't have an opinion of it, it would just be a thought.
Yeah. Yeah. That's
So-
why the good thoughts are easy to let go, because I'm like, oh, that's cute. Yeah. You know?
Right.
And I let it go. But those bad thoughts are the ones that really get me.
Oh,
And
man.
I know that I'm still like loving the hell that I'm in, but I hate it, and that hate is just holding on to. It's a lot. It is bad.
When you're in the bad thoughts and you're like participating with them, are you aware you are, not only are you in these miserable thoughts, you're participating?
Sometimes, yeah.
You aware that you're participating?
Yeah.
Really?
Yes.
And why don't you stop when you see you're doing that?
Because in my head, when I'm participating in these thoughts, I'm loving the fact that I'm participating and I'm like shooting people and killing people and like,
Right.
you know?
Yeah.
And that thought, that idea
But
of
she
me
didn't really
doing-
mean like physically shooting. It was just a matter of speed. Y'all, yeah, y'all come down, stop adding drama to it. What the? Okay.
But that thought of me doing all that mess feels good at that moment, even though I'm literally just in my hell.
Amazing.
Yeah.
I'm making a note to myself.
All right, Jesse. For real.
When you see your wife like that, what's going through your mind when you see she's into these bad thoughts and acting them out?
So before I would participate with her.
Really?
Before, yeah.
And why?
Because I thought I could help. I thought I could calm it down. Yeah, but now I just leave her alone.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So when you explain what you mean by you thought you could help her,
In
And
my
you were
mind, I felt like I
participating.
had the resolution. Like she presented a problem. Oh, this such and such is bothering me, and I would, in my mind, because since it wasn't affecting me, I would think about it rationally. So I would give her, hey, here's a resolution. This might help, and that made it worse. Just not my resolution, but just the interaction. And then little by little, I learned like I'm just gonna have to leave her alone until she cools down.
good, man. I'm glad you mentioned that too, because in counseling I find out that husband and wife try to help each other
Right.
in the spiritual thing, and you can't help. You can't help your wife, and she cannot help you. This is one thing that the individual must do alone. And so that's what I was saying. Don't let your husband or your wife always correcting you and on you and let go of your anger and all that mess. They have to get out of the way and let you go through it. Because if you don't go through it, you will never be born again of God. Because you're always getting help from somebody else correcting you and on you. And so I'm glad you're doing that, man. You just watch her, let her, and if she brings it up, you see what to say to her. That's amazing. And so how do you feel that he doesn't help you anymore?
Good, really good, actually. It
Oh,
feels
good.
great, yeah. Because I've always known that I can't fix my problems,
Right.
and not another man can't fit. Like not just him, but not another person. Not even a psychologist can help you.
Right.
Like you can only help yourself.
Yeah.
So when he would try to help, it would really make me more mad because I'm like, dude, you are not God. Like
That's right.
You cannot help me.
Yeah.
Like I know the hell that's in me is within me and only me.
Yes.
And I know he can't help me. So when he just like, scoot back and put his hands up and was like, you figure it out on your own, I was like, thank God. So that's made it a whole lot easier.
Yeah.
And I don't do these outbursts in front of the kids or anything. Like I
Right.
go into the garage and in my closet and I'm like throwing a fit in there. And I know I probably look like a legit crazy lady, but I come out all happy after. Like I feel good.
Yeah.
So-
But I want to encourage you, don't go anywhere. And I'll tell you why a little
Okay.
later. But I don't want you, I'm going to tell you why not to go anywhere. If I forget, remind me,
Okay.
okay?
I want to know why. So.
Yeah, don't go anywhere. I just want to kind of end the year with this. Good. And how have you, and I'll come back to you with that. How have you, how do you see thoughts now, and what are they like for you?
How do I see thoughts? I see them as something that makes me go unconscious.
Make you what?
Go unconscious.
And what do you mean by that?
If I get a thought that I start believing that I'm going to get into a car accident, whatever, I start thinking it and I start feeling it and I start looking at every car and every bad thing that they're doing, and I'm like panicking over every little thing. This is just an example. And eventually I get over that, and then I'm conscious again, and I was like, what was I worried about this whole time? A thought is something, I feel like it's a demon, it's a spirit that's inside of me that's going rampant, and it is controlling me in those moments. So if she and I, for example, she and I get into a fight, that's why afterwards you feel like, well, for me, I'll go back and I'll say, hey, I'm sorry to mean that, because I'm like, why would I say those things? I would have never, like the conscious me would never want to say, do, hurt, feel, or in anything negative to someone else. Doesn't matter who it is. So I realized the thoughts are something that make me go. It's a possession. That's what it is.
Yeah.
It's a possession.
So when your wife would be acting out in her madness, and you would try to help her, did you know you were irritating her? In her mind, you were thinking, you don't know what you're talking about.
But before, no, I thought she was dumb for not listening to me. I was like, here's the solution, right?
Right.
But now I see it as like she's unconscious in that
Right.
moment. Now she's unconscious. Now the demon is attacking her, and she has to go and relax through and let the demon pass. Because if I go and try fight, then the demon wants that.
Yeah.
And the demon's like, come on, somebody. That's why when you say outside of you, inside of others, you're looking for somebody to interact with, because it's no longer
Yeah.
entertaining in here anymore.
Right.
I need to fight with Joel because he's gonna fight back, and I have to fight my wife because whatever. Like I need something to keep this demon alive.
Yeah, I had so many wives and husbands tell me that their husband or their wife think they know the truth, and every time they get in a whatever, a fault, they always say, you need to get over your anger. You need to just come down. And they're like, leave me alone. So they hate one another, right? And so that's why I started to, because I didn't realize husband and wife were doing that to one another. You cannot and should not do that if you're married. That person got to find for themselves, and the only way they're going to find out for themselves, they got to go through the death. They got to experience it, they got to see it, they got to go through it. And you get in the way where you try to correct them just like that. You stop the process.
Right.
And they be hating you for it. They may not tell you, but they're like, oh, she just acted out. They don't know what they're talking about. So I'm glad you stopped. Yeah. That's one thing that nobody can help you. Nothing. Somebody mentioned that. Nothing or no one can help you. You can't bring your children, your husband, wife, your friends, your job, or nobody. No drugs, no anything. All right? You got to go through this. Ain't no way around it. Okay.